Welcome. Take It Up with Jessica Lee. I'm here with Phil Weintraub, who is the VP of Transformation in North America for IBM. Welcome, Phil.
Pleased to be here. Thank you, Jessica.
I'm excited to talk about IBM's mainframe business because I think mainframe actually runs a huge part of the economy, but people might not think about IBM's mainframe business. Mm-hmm. And you are handling a lot of the huge transformation going on at the large enterprises like the banking industry, for example.
That's true. So our team within IBM for North America, what we do is we support IBM's largest clients who do, to this day, mainframes are critical to everything that they do every day. And you would probably be surprised, but you probably use a mainframe at least 80 times a day for everything you do.
That is surprising.
Yeah. So if you like to go shopping?
Yes.
Do you like to buy gas?
Yes.
Do you book reservations at hotels and airlines? Everything essentially that you do, you are running multiple transactions through mainframes all the time.
Because of the credit card?
Well, everything. I mean, these systems have been known for some time to be the utmost in security, in reliability, and in scalability. So they just have tremendous capability to handle all types of workloads that our biggest clients need to do on the scale that they need to do it.
Okay, so we're talking about billions of dollars transactions.
Well, definitely billions of transactions every day, every year. In fact, there are more transactions processed on IBM mainframes than are processed on Google, as an example. So it's not really visible to consumers because all these things are happening in back offices. But essentially, anything that you want to get done today, many customers are using the mainframe to do that work for them.
And, you know, I saw the huge mainframe machines in the movie Hidden Figure, and I thought, wow, that's huge. But actually, mainframes nowadays the size of a refrigerator.
They are, and frankly, a lot more powerful, of course, than machines. I mean, the technology is so drastically different from what you saw in that movie, which was the 1960s. And this technology has been updated every few years. So the capabilities of this things to do real-time analytics, to do machine learning, to do all the things that clients need to do today to improve the digital experience for their clients are all supported on mainframes. Okay.
Yeah. So when you talk about digital experience, from a marketing point of view, and we talk to a lot of marketers, is that we want to be able to use the insights from the huge amount of data that is gathered, whether that is customer interaction in online chat or customer action during the experience on the websites. And that's a lot of data behind all that.
A tremendous amount of data. And when you think about the amount of data that's out there in the world, frankly, 80% of the data in the world is sitting behind clients' firewalls. So when you think of, hey, I want to make decisions based on data, most of that data today is sitting back in mainframe environments. So the challenge for our clients is, how do I make use of this tremendous investment in this collection of data that I have to support my clients, and at the same time leverage cloud technology, which is very much focused on the look, the touch, the feel of the microservices of the applications that are in a very dynamic way supporting the end users for our customers. And how do you bring those two worlds together? And really, that's what we are all about in IBM in our transformation for our clients for mainframe.
I know last week IBM made a big announcement around how the pricing is a lot more consumption-based. Can you share a little bit about that?
I can. This has been a big project of ours for the past year. And just to put this into context for you, as our clients are cloud enabling their environments, it means that they need their mainframe systems that really run their back end and support all the transactions that we talked about. They need to cloud enable them so that cloud native applications, the ones that you would think of, whether they're running, regardless of whose public cloud it is, they need those public clouds to interface with their on-premises private clouds. So everything that our clients are doing today to modernize that environment is to take the assets that they have on their mainframe and expose them through APIs so that they can serve the microservices that are doing the real-time customer touch and feel things to improve the customer's experience. So, for example, we have clients who are large retailers, and they want to run a special sale, and they want to run that sale, and they want to optimize their use of resource and plug into their inventory system. So at the same time they're running that sale, they need to be able to scale up the front end of that cloud very quickly. But then on the back end systems also need to scale up very quickly as that support is needed, and then be able to scale back down again. So what we've done is we've introduced something called tailored fit pricing for mainframe software, that for both their customers have both subscription software and software that they buy for their mainframe. They now have the capability to say, hey, I want that software on a pricing model that's cloud-like. So in other words, I want to pay for the capacity that I consume. So a lot of, in fact, cloud environments today, if you go pay for a public cloud, you've got to say, hey, I'm going to pay for a machine of this size, and as long as you're running that machine, you're paying this, that large. The mainframe's actually even more flexible. So you can do it, minute by minute, hour by hour, say, I want the size of this thing to fluctuate with the workload in a very real-time kind of way. And so that when the workload's going up, yes, you pay a little more because you're doing more, but as soon as that workload starts coming down, you start paying less, and customers just love that flexibility.
Right. So instead of like a fixed price for the capacity, you're actually paying for the consumption.
You actually have the capability to pay for what I use when I use it. Absolutely.
So does that mean it's no longer a CapEx, but it's an OpEx?
Well, there are two. Customers still have subscription software, which is OpEx. They also have some of the products are purchased on a CapEx or a one-time charge basis, and both of those purchase types fit very well into this model on consumption. So customers have the choice where they can say, hey, I run my big systems, I run them all the time very hot. You can get incredibly aggressive pricing for that environment. Or they say, I have a workload that's going to go up and down, and you can say, okay, I want to buy the amount of consumption that I need for a year for both my subscription software as well as my what we call one-time charge software. So as an example, you can say, hey, I need 10 million units of software to use for a year. So you can pay for the subscription software during the year as it's going up and down, and you can also purchase your one-time charge license to say, okay, I want to buy that amount of capacity to use every single year, and then it's available to you.
Okay, that's great. That's more flexibility for the clients.
It is. It's incredibly flexible, and the clients that we have, because we've been running a pilot for about a year to a year and a half, and the clients who have moved to it, we have about almost 24 on that model now, and they just love it.
And that's what you've been doing is actually working with the clients and rolling out the pilot to demonstrate improve the benefits before IBM announced it as an official available for everyone.
Correct. So what we did is we've worked with some of our largest clients over the past year, not only me here in North America, but also colleagues of mine overseas. And so we have a number of very large enterprises in different fields, like in the retail sector, in financial sector, et cetera, who are using this today and getting the benefits.
I'm interested in talking about your background a little bit, because I know you've done negotiation in the past. And I think it's very fascinating because some of these deals we're talking about very large negotiation contracts for IBM mainframe.
Well, sure. Our clients are large, and our clients, of course, because of the money that they're spending with us, want the best deal. And so, yes, it's always a very critical and important part of business to get to a partnership and a win-win for both parties. So business has to be good for everybody. So, a lot of people think of negotiation as kind of head-to-head, and certainly aspects on certain nitty-gritty pieces can be very much that way. But what we do is we really keep the view on the big picture and what is the right thing for our client. With any, dealing with any individual or any company, right, it's never just about some deal that you're doing today. It's about the relationship that you're forging and making that customer want to do business with you again in the future.
So it takes both a very technical knowledge to talk about these huge systems, but at the same time, very business savvy point of view.
Well, that's absolutely true. And so one of the great things about us being here in Silicon Valley is we have all this fantastic technology around us. And our customers love not just hearing about technology for technology's sake. They want to hear about how can this technology help me do what I need to do? How can it help me cloud enable my environment? So for example, cloud is incredibly huge in the marketplace today, but most of our clients who are deploying cloud have 3 or 4 different public clouds that they're using. So it's not like they're all using one or the other. So really our strategy is, look, we understand that you have choice in the cloud market and you have different lines of business that are going to select different cloud providers for different purposes. Plus, you also need to cloud enable your on-premises systems as well. So our strategy within IBM is to help our clients really integrate all those things together. So you can integrate into your cloud architecture, which is not only the infrastructure, but is also the applications themselves, and integrate that all into one hybrid cloud that you can manage from one place and manage all those different workloads. So from an IT organization who's responsible for the service levels and delivering that support to their users, either within the company or outside the company, it's really critical to give them the tools to be able to operate in this hybrid cloud environment.
Okay, well, this is great. So what are you excited about then? This no rollout. Are you looking to work with all of the large enterprise clients out there who already have IBM Mainframe to try out this new pricing model and stay nimble, stay flexible, and be competitive because of this new offering?
Well, the pricing that we've introduced is incredibly helpful to them because this new way of pricing gives them very clear line of sight. They know in the old pricing models, you could introduce new workload into your systems, and depending on when that workload occurred, you didn't really know how much it would cost you to do that work on the platform. In the new pricing model we have, you have very clear line of sight that says, hey, for every piece of work that I'm going to do, I know exactly to the penny how much it's going to cost me to do that work. So customers need that visibility to be able to plan for what they want to do. And the other thing that's tremendously important that we've done in the pricing model that we've done is we have made the cost to grow on the platform incredibly competitive. So, much less cost to grow on the platform beyond where you already are. So you combine the characteristics of being able to scale to really unlimited of what you need to scale to for your systems, and very fine granularity in how you can pay for that. It's just a real winning combination for our clients.
Great. So thank you so much, Phil, for being on the show to talk with me about the mainframe business and the innovation and the transformation that you're enabling.
Jessica, it's my pleasure. Thanks for spending the time to talk to me and to allow me to take the time to explain to you and your audience what tailored fit software pricing is for mainframe.
Excellent. There you have it. Take it up with Jessica Lee, Phil Weintraub from IBM.